It passes by 5 votes. 5 votes. You have 120 men in there, 5 votes. So I'm at historic St. John's Church. This is the oldest church in Richmond, Virginia. And what is significant about this church is it was built in 1741. It's a very large building for the area in Richmond, Virginia. It can hold a lot of people. So when you get the Second Continental Congress meeting, after hearing about everything that's happening in Boston at the time, this is the one location that can hold 120 men from Virginia to discuss. We see what's happening in Boston. We see what they're going through with the troops and the blocking of their port. What are we going to do in Virginia? Are we going to let it happen here? Are we just going to be quiet about it and let it run its course in Boston since it's really not impacting us here? Or are we next? So should we do something? So they're meeting to discuss this in 1775. And it's in March, actually March 23rd, that Patrick Henry will deliver his speech and his famous "Give me liberty or give me death."
There is no longer any ground for hope. If we wish to be free, if we wish to preserve inviolate those inestimable privileges which belong to us as free men, if we mean not basely to abandon the noble struggle in which we have been so long engaged, in which we have pledged ourselves never to abandon until the glorious object of our struggle be obtained, then we must fight. I repeat it, sir. We must fight!
Patrick Henry. Patrick Henry, he's born in May of 1736. He dies June 6, 1799, doesn't quite make it to the 1800s. He's a Virginia statesman. He's a lawyer. He's an orator. He has always kind of pushed back against the British, the Crown, the Stamp Act, calls the king a tyrant and gets away with it, mostly because his father is a judge. But he's always the guy who's pointing out that the British are not fair, they're taking a lot, they're not looking for peace, they're not looking to be a good leader, they're looking to take advantage of us. So when they meet here for the Second Continental Congress, and you get land-owning white men here to make a decision, we have no soldiers, we have no government, we have no one protecting us. We see Boston is under siege right now. We see they have blocked their port. They are sending soldiers to live in their homes. Are we next? And you get two sides in this building. You get the side of like, we better do something. We better build up an army. We better fight back because we're gonna be next. And you get another side like, who are loyalists, who have gotten a lot of money from the crown, land from the crown, believe in the king, family still lives in England. Like, no, the king wants peace. The king wants to take care of us. The king wants us to be good subjects. So you get the Second Continental Congress is meeting here. What should we do? And this is when Patrick Henry will get up and talk for about 10 minutes and bring to light the British have never been for us. Since the Stamp Act, since the Tea Act, since the Townshend Act, they have never been on our side. They're always trying to find a way to take advantage of us. So here I am inside the church where Patrick Henry spoke. is a beautiful church, St. John's Episcopal Church. This is the oldest church in Richmond. So behind me, you'll see the pulpit. Patrick Henry, give me liberty or give me death. How powerful that must have been to all the people here at the time. So they're going to meet here, and you're basically going to get very divided sides. And you're going to get divided sides because on the western side of Virginia are newer landowners. Jefferson, Washington acquired their land. They have their enslaved. They're not really making a profit. They're in debt. And then you got the eastern landowners who got their land from the king, have lots of money. Money is in the bank in Scotland, money is in the bank in England, and don't want to lose it. And Patrick Henry stands up and gives the speech of, you're basing this peace coming from the crown where they have never given us peace. They've never looked to not take advantage of us. And
I know not what course others may take, but as for me, give me liberty or give me death.
If it's up to me, give me liberty or give me death. We need to side with Boston. We need to let Boston know that we are on their side, and if it comes to a fight, we are here to fight with them. At the time, Boston doesn't know this. Massachusetts doesn't know this. Massachusetts is on their own. And Virginia is the largest land ownership in the area because Virginia takes up West Virginia, Kentucky, parts of Ohio. Virginia is a big area, and everyone's looking to Virginia. New York's looking to Virginia. The Carolinas are looking to Virginia. Georgia's looking to Virginia. What is Virginia going to do? If Virginia says yes, we're in. If Virginia says no, Boston's on their own, and who knows if Boston can even make it on their own. So it goes to a vote. After Henry speaks, give me liberty or give me death, because they have never shown that they are for us. They've never shown that they're nothing but a tyrant. They're not thinking of our best interests, they're thinking of theirs. It passes by 5 votes. 5 votes, you have 120 men in there, 5 votes to form their own government, to form their own army, and this happens in March. By the time the news gets to Boston, you get the first shots of the revolution at Lexington and Concord. And it could be, and you can't say because Boston knows Virginia is on their side and Virginia is ready to fight. By June, George Washington will be named commander of the Continental Army, and this revolution is underway. But if this vote didn't happen that way, if people didn't side with Patrick Henry, if people didn't side with the side of revolution, if they would have went with let's just wait and see, let's stick with the British government, let's stick with our king, could have been a lot different if Boston would have known they were on their own. Massachusetts would have known they were alone. Who knows if there would have been any fight at Lexington and Concord. So this is a very interesting place, important place in American history. I hope you enjoyed this tour of St. John's Episcopal Church. If you ever get a chance to make it to Richmond, Virginia, I recommend you come here, but it still stands here and it's here for you to come and see. So I hope you enjoyed this Walk with History, and on to our next Walk with History.
you.